Welcome in, guys. It's KegCast 11. We're going to be betting the Monday night slate. We got Virginia Tech on ESPN tonight. And I think the late game's Kansas State, West Virginia. So we're going to try to pick up a couple units tonight. And I'm joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Mr. Anthony Larson. What's going on, Ant?
Hi, guys. Just kind of watching this Virginia Tech game. I couldn't find any advantage on the line pregame, so I'm just kind of watching the game to see what kind of number we can get in game. Maybe we'll catch something. But pregame it was -5 Virginia Tech. That sounded about right to me. Kind of looking at the numbers and
-5 Virginia, not Virginia Tech.
Oh, I said Virginia Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the line was 5. We all know who the favorite Virginia was. Yeah. But
right.
That seemed about right to me. And then, the total was like right at 120. And when you just kind of look at the numbers, the total, I would line the game at between 118 and 122. So they split it right there in like my range of where I would have lined it at. So that's just a very long way of saying I didn't like the pregame spreads on the game side or total, so I'm just kind of watching it.
I sent it out minus Virginia -5 because Robinson's not playing for Virginia Tech, and I just think they are probably 10 points better than Virginia Tech, even on the road, without Robinson. So I'm going to hope for the best, and I'm going to also bet the money line live, depending on where I can get it. So.
Well, they're down by 3 now, so you could probably get a. It's still a little early to start live betting, though. You're only about 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
I like to live bet. I either like to take a halftime line or start live betting like early second half.
Right.
One game I am on, though, going down the card, I kind of look for stuff that seemed a little off. That's kind of how I start my handicapping process, and I. Wound up taking this exciting thriller of a matchup. I know everyone's going to be super excited to find out that I am on Bethune-Cookman and Savannah State under 167.5.
What time's that game start?
Like 10 minutes from now, 6:30.
I might have to just tail that just for tail's sake.
Yeah, well, I looked at it. I'm like 167.5. That's a really high total. Let me go it a little bit deeper here, see what's going on. And I kind of wrote down some stuff. And yeah, basically both teams got shitty fucking defenses, like really bad defense. And both teams also play high tempo, but their offensive efficiency is abysmal. Like they both have less than 1 point per possession.
What did you get it at? 167.5.
Yeah. Like how you I don't care what your tempo is, and I don't care how bad your defense is. How are you ever going to bet an over 167.5 with two teams that average less than a point per possession?
I have 167 right now.
Ooh, so I beat the line move by half point.
Yeah, you did. Definitely. It is. It's a really slow night tonight. There's a bunch of NHL games. There are 2 NHL games that are on NBC Sports Network tonight.
I swore off of NHL betting.
In terms of college basketball, Virginia Tech has tipped, obviously. Alcorn State, Arkansas Pine Bluff has tipped. Boston U, Holy Cross has tipped. And we have Idaho Eastern Washington coming up at 7:15. The game you were just talking about at 7:30. Florida A&M South Carolina State at 7:45. NC Central Howard, Illinois, Wisconsin. That's on television at 8. North Carolina A&T Norfolk State, which is probably going to be a terrible game, at 8. A couple more mid-major conferences. Texas Southern, who has played well as of late, is laying 5.5 on the road at Jackson State. I don't think that's a bad play. I think Texas Southern probably covers that.
One game I wanted to look at for shits and giggles was Southern and Mississippi Valley State. But then I realized, why on earth would you want to bet two of the worst teams? Because I think they literally are the two worst teams in Division One.
That's on at 8:30, and then there are two Big 12 games late: Kansas State, West Virginia at 9, and TCU, Oklahoma State at 9. And that is literally the entirety of the college basketball card. Now, NBA is still on the All-Star break. I assume they get back at it tomorrow. And then we got NHL coming up, which I actually thought about betting Tampa Bay on the road tonight, minus 145 against the Columbus Blue Jackets, because it's not often that you can get the best team in the NHL at minus 145, which I think they are
$1.50. That's
crazy. I think they are still the best team in the NHL. So I think I might bet my first NHL game in a long time tonight, and that's actually on NBC Sports Network too. So, and then the late game on television is Boston Bruins at the Sharks. That's the late game. So I think I am going to bet that right now. I'm going to bet a half unit on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Minus 145 is a pretty good price for them.
That's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, they probably haven't been minus 145 late. They've been murking teams. They're 7-1-2 in their last 10 games.
What can you get them on their what can you do if you made it like a -1 line?
Well, they're plus 175 minus 1.5. So I guess
if you created a -1 line, you'd basically be doing minus 125 if you lost, and then plus
right. So it would be like
140 if it won.
Yeah,
it would push on the one, obviously.
I guess the -1 line would be like plus 125, I guess, or plus 130. They're plus 175 minus 1.5, and they're minus 145 money line. Oh, plus one. Ryan said he got it at plus 105 minus 1.
Well, is that a book that you can do on -1, Ryan, or did you create your -1 lines yourself? Because my book doesn't have -1 lines. I have to create them.
My book doesn't either. So he probably has a book that you can bet the -1, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Because I got to create them by doing, because I do -1 a lot during baseball season by, I just risk on the run line in baseball. I'll risk on the run line what I'm playing to win on the money line with the favorite. So
first period over is minus 140, which this year is a gift.
It's only if you're getting minus 140 on first period over with them, you should probably take that. I think those are two of the biggest first period over teams in the league, and I think you've been having to lay like 170 on some of those first period overs.
If you get it in the morning, they've been like around like minus 130. But if you're getting it closer to puck drop, it's been as high as like minus 180.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan took it on Bet365. Bet365 has -1 lines. So.
All right. Well, there you go.
Uh-oh. You probably lost your chance to live bet Virginia because they're up now. They were down by 3. You probably could have gotten a better line on them.
Oh, they're up 3 right now.
Yeah, if you wanted to live bet their money line.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do me a favor, because I was scouring the internet today, just kind of looking for some news stories to see if anything I thought was funny popped up.
Right.
Google Cupid of Chaos and tell me if this guy does not look like a suave gentleman who can convince 3 different women to marry him. Or you could just Google Michael Middleton. This story cracks me up beyond no belief, and I don't know why I find this hilarious. But it's this guy who got arrested for marrying three different women.
He looks like a normal guy. Like he's not Rico Suave or anything.
Oh, so you got it pulled up?
Yeah, I'm on the New York Post website.
Yeah, I found a few different websites. It just cracks me up. He married three different women, got one of them to buy him a Camaro Z28. Yeah, like he would marry them, con them out of all their money, and leave them. And I'm like trying to figure out like how did this ugly motherfucker get three different broads to marry him in a 5-year span?
There are so many people there's so many women that men take advantage of. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, I know, dude. I got guys at work, who's like single and like had one girlfriend and all that stuff, and perfectly reasonable gentleman, and definitely better looking than this son bitch. And he's all like, "Oh, I don't know how I could get a girl." And this guy convinced 3 women in 5 years to marry him, and he's a fat, ugly, bald motherfucker.
I only see his head,
mugshot?
like his neck. Yeah, his neck and head.
You could tell by his neck and head he's 400 pounds. Look at that dude.
I like the Mountain Dew shirt though.
It cracks me up. So Michael Middleton in New Hampshire in 2003 married this woman that he met on the internet, made her feel special, and she bought him a Camaro, and then he left her. And then he washed, rinse, repeated that 2 more times over the next 5 years. And then he skipped bail, but he's got like charges of bigamy, domestic violence, and DUI.
It takes all kinds to make the world go around, my friend.
I guess. Yeah. I don't get it, man. That's nuts.
It's crazy.
There was this other story I saw today. This chick got kicked off a JetBlue airline.
Right.
She was drunk and they're flying to Vegas, and she didn't want to be sitting next to a 3-year-old. So she's all like, "I'm drunk and I'm not sitting next to no fucking 3-year-old." And then she just like raised a big old stink and then just started daring everybody to videotape her rant. And you can go online. There's like a 1.5-minute long drunken rant from her. And she's just begging everybody to make this go viral. And she's in jail now. For battery. So she's getting arrested for battery because she got drunk on a flight to Vegas and didn't want to sit next to a 3-year-old. So her little rant and raving got her a nice little assault and battery charge.
I don't understand why anybody is awake on the trip to Vegas. Like, I pop a Xanax anytime I'm on my way to Vegas, and I wake up like 5 hours later, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I don't really get what they're doing awake.
Well, it happened on a JetBlue flight. So what do you expect, right? I mean, we all know it's classy of us to fly Southwest.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not totally against flying on JetBlue. I've done it a bunch of times, and it's always been like I've never had a problem. I'm not I'm not above a cheap airline ticket. You know what I mean?
God damn it, Jason. I'm trying to make fun of JetBlue here, and you're just being a dick about it.
Yeah, fuck JetBlue.
Yeah, there we go. Fuck JetBlue.
Hate JetBlue.
Loser ass airline.
If you fly JetBlue, you suck.
Exactly. You failed at life if you're buying JetBlue tickets. But Steve says luck and smooth talk beats handsome every time.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, like when it comes to men, men are attracted to looks. And when it comes to women, they're attracted to zeros in the bank account. Usually lots of zeros followed by another number.
Are you bashing on chicks already 10 minutes into this?
No, I'm just saying, like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies, if you're watching.
If you're loaded, if you got a badass job and you got a lot of money, your prospects are a lot greater than if you're broke. I mean, and let's not even pretend like that's not a thing. I'm just saying, Steve said luck and smooth talk beats handsome every time. Yeah, so he convinced these women he's probably got money. I don't know. But then again, the story says that he took them for all their savings. So I really don't know how that worked out. Ooh, Virginia's up by 7 now. They'll probably pull away and just kick their ass.
23-18. I hope so. Because after yesterday, I'll be pissed if this doesn't cover.
Why? Are you still mad about that Tulsa game?
Don't you fucking judge me.
Well, I'm not, because I'm still pissed off about that Nova game. I think we both lost our college basketball plays yesterday. That kind of sucked.
In horrific fashion. Even though I think I was on the right side and I think you were on the wrong side. So
you think I was on the wrong side when they had a 20-point lead at one point?
No, I think pre-game you were on the wrong side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I would have leaned to taking St. John's plus the 4. I didn't bet it, but I mean I understand why you I mean, they've owned St. John's for a long time, but I think this Villanova team is down this year. I think this is a really bad year for them. They lost so many players to the draft last year. It's crazy. They lost 4 starters to the draft.
Villanova just reloads though.
Yeah, I mean I can't argue that, but they don't look that good this year. You would agree, right? And they probably still have a sick record too. But I'm just talking in terms of
that was only the 6th game they lost. So yeah, I think they're 18-6 or something like that.
Yeah, right.
18-6 maybe.
So that makes sense. Villanova is 20-6. So I mean, it's a great record, but they just don't look as dynamic as they did last year. That's for sure. That was a great team last year.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Corey? I always like to check out other touts free pick videos just to see if they're talking about any other touts, right? And this one guy is yeah, we went 3-1 in the UFC last night. Everybody knows that we're the only tout service in America that can successfully cap the UFC. Other people don't know what they're talking about. They try to talk about the sport and they're embarrassing. I wanted to leave a comment with our YouTube address video.
Well, he's right though, Jay.
From last night. Well, that's not nice.
Right. What was your UFC record on all of our casts?
21 for 28.
21 for 28. That's fucking terrible. You're 21-7. What are you up 10 units on that? Oh my God. How do you make a living?
Don't be hurtful. No, we're up. I don't know exactly what we're up specifically with the UFC, but since we started the show, we're up 33.19 units.
Steve thinks he knows exactly who you're talking about. I don't know. I just think it's crazy how, Jay will break down a fight and go, I think this will end in the first couple rounds by submission. So if you guys just want to lay the wood on minus 170 on him to win by submission, you should probably do that because that's how it's going to happen. And then 45 seconds into the fight, the guy submits his ass. It was like, oh.
Yeah, we call the shot. We're calling shots here, not just that it's going to go in.
Yeah. So that I know, like, I don't know. I think if you're a real genius, you would have predicted him to win by submission right at the 2-minute mark. But you're not that good, so you didn't. You just predicted submission.
I suck.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard following you, Jason. It is.
You gonna bet this Tampa Bay Lightning with me or what?
Yeah, I think I will. Now, I think I'm going to accidentally screw you over by tailing it, but
because you're like are you like the finger of death like me in baseball? When it comes
this season in NHL, I've been the finger of death. Yes, I have been horrendous in NHL this year.
Anytime
I've been so bad that
anytime
I bet a game, it loses. Like the Chicago Blackhawks are like 75% on first period overs. So I bet a couple first period overs, and it happened to be 2 first period overs that didn't hit. Or I take the Lightning on the puck line and they lose, or just something crazy. Like no matter what, I just cannot get my bearings this year on the NHL. So I just gave up.
Who said that, Steve? DM me who said that. Motherfuckers.
What? Oh, doing a UFC cast for the next fight? I mean,
honestly,
well, it's about time somebody with talent and knew what they were talking about did a UFC cast. Isn't that right, Jay?
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm not sarcasm.
I'll tell you this much: I'm not worried about losing any of our viewers to his to whoever this is that's going to stream for the UFC. I'm pretty confident in the fact that our people will stay here, and eventually his people will come here anyway. So,
yeah, I got to make a visit to my bookie sometime this week. I got that money sitting in that account, and I can't let him collect interest off my winnings. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah, I haven't been there since I paid him off for those NFL win totals. So I'm up on him now since I paid him off for that. So he'll probably be like crying. Like, I sure hope you didn't spend that money I gave you for all those NFL win totals I lost, because a little bit of a roll here, baby.
Oh, okay. I don't really know who those people are.
What?
I'm gonna DM you right now.
I'm watching this Virginia Tech game. It's a typical Virginia game, low scoring, good defense.
Are those the people that used to be MGS?
No, I don't know. Yeah, Corey, it is probably hard finding bookies in cornfields. Fortunately, I don't live in one.
Corey, he milks cows before he goes to work. He just doesn't want to tell anybody that.
Oh my God.
But he's out there pulling on the teat of some cow.
Shut the fuck up.
of some cow before he goes to work. I feel bad for him.
Oh, sure. Whatever.
He loves the teat.
Ugh.
Virginia up 5.
You should have bet the first half spread and not the full game spread. You'd be a winner.
I thought about that. I thought about it, sending them out -3 in the first half, but they were on the road. So I thought maybe Virginia Tech would come out solid and Virginia would pull away like halfway through the second half. That's pretty much how I pictured this game going.
So do you think Virginia shits the bed of the tournament again? Or
Yeah. I don't think they win. Even though I think offensively they are more dynamic this year than they were last year. Definitely.
Think they'll be able to beat Maryland, Baltimore County this time?
Yes. I don't think that happens for another 50 years. I don't know when.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was the first time ever, right? So how long have they been doing the tournament? For a long time, right?
The 64 team bracket has been since the mid 80s. So it's been like 34 years, basically since I was born. So like 34, 35 years. I
expect another 34 years because think about how good the 1 seeds are normally. Like, can you see Kentucky, Duke, Gonzaga, and probably, I don't know who the 4th one would be, Tennessee, any of them losing? But I guess last year, but you know what? Last year was a weird year because Virginia was the number 1 team in the country, right? But they were just a 1 seed. They were the number 1 overall seed. But they were so bad offensively that it was weird.
Bad offensively. What was their offensive efficiency? You can't go they're bad offensively because they don't score a lot of points. That's because their pace of play. They eat up the clock. You have to look at offensive efficiency if you want to know if they're bad offensively or not.
I mean, but they're...
How many points? What's their points per possession?
They probably averaged low 60s.
Yeah, but they also only averaged like 59 possessions a game. You know, look at their points per possession. That's how you find out if you have a good offense or not, is offensive efficiency. You know, you got all those teams in those bullshit conferences that can throw up 80 a game, and you're like, well, they probably have good offenses out there. It's like, no, they all just play fast tempo and have 80 possessions per game.
I think that they have better scorers, though, this year.
Yeah, Steve. You're right. I was actually just looking at that. If you look at the KenPom offensive efficiency metrics, they're like top 5.
Yeah,
they're also the slowest pace team, though.
I think they're
the slowest tempo of any team in college basketball. Virginia Tech does, but they're one of the highest teams in offensive efficiency.
But I do think they're
defensive efficiency
at least twice as good. At least twice as good offensively this year than they were last year.
Yeah, they're probably a better team. Yeah, you just got to look. Yeah, you look at both their defensive and offensive efficiency metrics. When you go on KenPom, just take a quick glance at Virginia, and you're like, wow, this team's fucking good. It's just their pace, like their tempo, is the slowest in all of Division I basketball.
Wow, did you see how that half ended?
No, I was busy rambling. What happened? It's on halftime now?
Yeah, the line was -3 first half, okay? Virginia is up 5 and inbounding the ball. The kid steals it with a second left and scores a layup, and they go into the half up 3.
What? Oh, wow.
Wow.
What's up, Armin?
Wow. What's good, Armin? Where were you last night, my man?
Not making money. That's where he was.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Last night was the most watched live stream we've ever done. So thank you, everybody, for that. We appreciate it.
Yes. We had between 20 and 30 people watching like the entire night. Considering we had 2 people watching 3 weeks ago, that's a win.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe when he gets all moved in and everything's set up, Justin can start coming on.
Yeah, I sent a message to
start arguing with him about the Cardinals.
To Eric because he said he was making a cameo with us tonight. I mean, last night. But I didn't even see him on Twitter all weekend in our chat.
He's probably hunting.
It's cold out there in Ohio.
Yeah, I think Corey can't believe we're not in the hundreds.
Considering that like somebody that has had radio spots for like years and had a platform that he did videos on every day is like 7 years in is only at 400 people tuning in live to a video. A couple hundred this soon seems a little high. Like, I think the fact that we were at 30 last night was good.
Oh, you mean how we're starting this from the ground up without piggybacking on anybody else's YouTube platform with 35, 40,000 subscribers?
Right. Even though, I mean, I guess technically we are going to have me doing videos for Odds Market. So that should help. But that's a European like platform. Even though SBR I think owns them.
Armin, Jay is on Virginia -5. I am on Savannah State, Bethune-Cookman under 167.5.
And we both are on Tampa Bay Lightning money line -145. We took a shot.
Yes.
That's it as of now, but the night is young, my friend.
Yeah. What can I? You know what's ridiculous is
also
I where get a good halftime line on this.
Where was Chris? Where was Chris Edge last night?
Probably hiking. He lives in San Diego.
Edge was supposed to be on with us too.
Okay.
He sent me a message.
I don't care.
He hasn't been feeling that well. Been feeling under the weather. He just sent me a message. He's going to pass tonight, but he'll be on tomorrow or sometime this week.
So I am actually a little disappointed that this game is at 3 points at halftime because it basically means, and also the score too. So the score is right in line with what the full game pregame total would be, and the halftime line is right in line with what the full game line is going to be. So I'm not going to get any kind of discounts on betting second half lines off of this Virginia Tech game.
Just bet it live then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like normally I like to do halftime lines. If if you have a total of 120 and you get like 70 points in the first half, you can get a pretty good.
The full game line right now. The full game line live is a point over what it closed under what it closed at. It closed at 5.5, and I got it at 5. I sent it out at 5, but it closed 5.5, and right now it's 4.5.
That doesn't sound right. They're up by 3.5. It should be like -2.
I know.
It's an easy way to just throw a -2 on there, so that way you still have the exact same, basically giving out the exact same line.
And what was the total? It's 125.5 right now over here.
The pregame total is 120.
Oh, so it's actually 5 points higher than the pregame total right now. But they do have 61. Second halves are usually higher scoring.
Yeah, why is that? It's not like that in NBA, but in like college basketball, second halves are always higher scoring than the first halves. It's so weird.
That's true.
So weird.
Wow, it's been a minute since I watched the hockey game.
So you see those tweets out there where the Cubs are posting the Pacoda win total projections?
I heard you talking.
Their lineup cards.
I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, they're doing it as like motivation in spring training. Like 82 and 80 or 80 and 82 last in the National League East. And they're posting that on like the bottom of like their lineup card or something like that. There's like motivation going into spring training. I don't know. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to my baseball metrics, and I think they're off. I don't think they're. Well, I know why they give those projections, but I think they're off.
Netflix cancels Jessica Jones and The Punisher. How dare you? Son of
We already knew they were going
bitch.
to do that. They've been canceling all the Marvel shows because they're all going over to because Disney's starting their own streaming service at the end of the year.
God, I enjoyed both
properties are going over.
I enjoyed both of those.
I enjoyed the first Jessica Jones. Season 1 was amazing. Jessica Jones season 2 was boring as fuck. It was actually a struggle to get through Jessica Jones season 2.
I felt the same way about Daredevil season 3. Sean, my thoughts for the second half is I sent them out -5 to my accounts. So yeah, I think they cover.
I haven't even watched Daredevil season 3.
It was bad. The first and second season rocked, and Defenders was okay.
Defenders picked up once they got together. I got through one episode of Luke Cage season 2.
Yeah, me too. I liked the first season, but season 2 was tough. It was tough.
No,
man.
The first season was good for the first 8 episodes. Then they killed off what's his name? They killed him like 8 episodes in, and then they switched bad guys. And they switched it to like his brother, like his half brother became the villain like the last 6 episodes, and it got like really out of whack. But like the first 8 episodes before they killed off the main villain for that, it was really good. But I think it fell off pace on those last 6 episodes where they brought in that other guy.
I'm looking at the Twitter moments. You know that
What's up, Sean?
You know that really iconic picture in Times Square of the sailor kissing some chick. It's a black.
Yeah, he died, right?
Wasn't he like
95. I saw that.
Yeah, he dies at 95. Oh, Jonas Brothers. Fans react to reunion speculation. Well, you can't beat that, right? I mean,
a Jonas Brothers reunion?
Yeah, the fuck out of here. I'd rather have.
How are they not? It doesn't make sense. They're brothers. Like, why wouldn't they reunite to make money?
I enjoyed the first season of Iron Fist, Sean. Second season, I wasn't
Iron
that.
Fist,
That was the other. That he was the 4th Defender.
Iron Fist was terrible.
The first season I liked. I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah.
He just like, I'm the Iron Fist. It's like, okay, dude.
Do you watch like The Flash and Arrow on CW?
No, I like my comic book TV shows to be R-rated. Thank you very much. No, but they are having a season 3 of Jessica Jones. They are going to air that though, so I am going to watch that. So at least we'll get one more season out of this.
Molly Ringwald turns 51 today. Wow.
Well, she was in her 20s back in the mid-'80s, so that mathematically speaking, she should be in her 50s now, shouldn't she?
I guess so. Did you ever play Fortnite? You ever get into that? I never got into it.
No. I don't really play video games. I stopped playing video games like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played video games too.
The Umbrella Project on Netflix. I wonder what that's about. I was watching the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix. That shit was freaking crazy.
Oh, I enjoyed them. I watched them.
Do you watch the whole series? I went through like the first 3 episodes.
There was only 4 episodes.
Oh, well, I only got one more to go then.
Yeah.
It's no wonder this dude killed a bunch of women. And unlike this Mr. Cupid of Chaos who married 3 women and he's fat and ugly, Ted Bundy's a charming son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's
no
wonder he was able to
no wonder he was able to kill so many people.
Well-spoken.
He was good-looking, charming, well-spoken.
A lawyer.
Well, wannabe lawyer.
Rare
Yeah.
mega storm could flood dozens of cities in California. How about that? How about
Oh,
that? Let's click on that. As reported in the LA Times, researchers and engineers are warning that California could soon experience a rainstorm of biblical proportions, which could overwhelm dams and cities throughout the state. Well, fuck me. Thank God I live in Jersey.
people in California like to make fun of the Midwest because we have winter, but at least our seasons are summer, winter, fall, and spring. Their seasons are summer and fire. So, I mean, who's really got the better weather when you think about it? So, I guess now you got to add mudslides to the other seasons. So they have summer, fire season, and now mudslide season or flood season.
Yeah, it looks like it's not worth
Dude,
living out there for the weather.
that's gonna suck for like your crops too. Your produce is gonna go way up if that gets wiped out. Because like, believe it or not, like half of the nation's freaking edible produce is grown in California. So,
Yeah, your barefoot wine's gonna go up.
oh my god, I know, right? I hate grapes too. You ever like walk by the grapes in like the produce department at your grocery store and get pissed off because you just look at them and you go, that could have been wine.
No,
you know?
no.
Oh, so I read in the comments. Sean says that the Umbrella Project is about this group of kids with powers. I'm already interested. And one knows the world is ending in 8 days. So I am intrigued by that concept. That is an interesting concept. I might have to check that out.
Well, all right, all right, all right. Let's see what's going on in sports today. Kevin Garnett says Team USA put $1 million bounty on Yao Ming during the 2000 Olympics. During
Well,
during
why
an
would they do that?
I don't know, during an
Elaborate.
interview with Yahoo Canada, Garnett said that the team had $1 million bet on who was going to be the first person to dunk on Yao Ming at the
Oh,
2000
when you
Olympics.
put it like that you almost made it sound like it
Well,
was like a bounty gate that the
that
Saints had, where they're like trying to
that is
decapitate the
literally
quarterback.
the title on Twitter. So I was just
That's some
reading it.
clickbait. Yeah, I was about to say that's some fucking clickbait. That's nothing. That's just sounds like it'd be fun. Who can dunk on Yao? Honestly, it's probably more dangerous for you to try to dunk on Yao than it is for Yao. Wasn't that dude like 6'20"? Exactly, Sean. I immediately thought of Greg Williams too when he said that bounty gate. And no, Steve, Steve, every time I walk by grapes, because I work in a grocery store, and every time I walk by the grape section, I get moderately pissed off because I'm like, that is a wasted opportunity to make more wine. You know, I mean, when you grow grapes, what would you rather them turn into? Wine or, you know, actually the
One
worst is
nothing.
raisins.
1-0 Tampa Bay.
Like, but I have a question though, Jay. Whose fucking dumbass idea was it to invent the raisin?
I'm not a big raisin guy, so I
Well,
don't
yeah.
like.
Why would you take like this? Why would you take this sugary, moist, delicious grape that should be converted into wine, suck all the moisture and goodness and everything holy out of it, and then sell it for 99 cents a box? Like, who the fuck did that? And they keep putting them in my fucking cookies. Like, is there anything worse in life than when you go to the bakery and you buy what you think is a chocolate chip cookie, but no, whoops, it's fucking oatmeal raisin. So now you're eating oatmeal raisin cookies, and it's the worst thing ever. It's like, who the fuck puts a raisin, a dried out piece of shit, into your fucking cookie? when you can have chocolate chips in it. It's fucking terrible.
Oh,
and I get so mad. Like, I'll be at
You're
work.
funny.
Right? No, I'll
You're
be at
funny.
work, and we'll be in the break room, and someone will buy like a box of cookies, and they're like, "Hey, you want to share these cookies?" And I'm like, "Oh, that cookie looks good." And here I am thinking, "Oh, gee, there's some little dark bits in that cookie. Well, this is a chocolate chip cookie. I'm about to have some really, really goodness, you know." I'm gonna have a chocolate chip cookie. I have a fantastic coworker. I bite into the son of a bitch. It is fucking oatmeal raisin.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of oatmeal raisin cookies. So.
Well, that's because you're a fucking communist, and we all know you commies love food rationing and raisins.
In UFC news today, Chris Cyborg is looking to sign another UFC contract because she wants a rematch between Amanda Nunes. I would love that. Big fan of seeing that fight again. Virginia Tech just tipped second half.
So, oh God. And the other thing too is I'm pissed off about that Dortmund game. And that's why I swore off Bundesliga betting a freaking month ago, was because it's like Dortmund leads Bundesliga and Nuremberg is like at the bottom of the table in Bundesliga, and they draw 0-0. Well, you know what Liverpool's not going to do against Huddersfield in Premier League? Liverpool ain't fucking drawing against Huddersfield. Liverpool is kicking Huddersfield's shit in.
Just a heads up.
Man City.
Just a heads up.
That bullshit in fucking Premier League. Only in Bundesliga does the best team in the league draw against the worst team in the league. That's just pissing me off.
Virginia is tied at 32, and Virginia Tech has the ball if you're looking to bet Virginia.
Ooh, do a little live action. Here, let me pull this up. Oh, Tampa Bay's leading? All right.
I just said that before.
I was busy ranting about raisins.
Wow, bro. I don't even know what to say about that.
I mean, hooray, Tampa Bay's up. We gave that out.
I was really tempted in sending out Illinois plus 11.5 last night with the way they've been playing in the Big Ten. But I didn't do it. I hope
got the best of the number. It looks like a lot of people. It was came down to like 9.5.
Yeah, it did. Yep, and it's at 10.5 now. But I hope I don't regret that.
So you want to see Cyborg and Nunez fight again?
Oh yeah, I made money. I had Amanda Nunes as the underdog when she fought because I think she is the roughest chick to ever fight in the UFC ever. So I think she'll do the exact same thing to Cyborg. I would love to bet on her again. So yes, please. Yes, please.
So what
why doesn't Amanda Nunes want to fight her again? I don't think she thinks that was a fluke. I think she expects to do the exact same thing she did the first time.
Hey, you want some? We have Boston University and Holy Cross are at halftime, and the halftime line is over under 70.5 on the second half. And we have 66 in the first half. Second half, oh.
Somebody just got teed up in the Virginia game.
Hold on. Boston is +5. All right. I'm taking it.
Boston U?
Boston U second half line +5.
Boop. Yeah, I got a minus 2.5 live, so it's about the same.
Yep, I just bet it. That fits right into my second half line betting system I go off of. So there we go.
I wish we can have people like call into the show. I would.
Oh, really?
I would definitely do that once. If we get like 400, 500 people watching this, I would definitely do that. So what else you got over there in current events?
That's all I have for now. Other than there's like a bunch of political stories, but I don't want to get too political and on the risk of pissing some people off. But oh god, like why is the Democratic front runner bragging about smoking weed when she and wanting to legalize weed when, as the attorney general, she like put away like over 1,500 people as attorney general in California for smoking pot. Seems a little hypocritical to me, but who knew a politician could be a hypocrite?
Everybody in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust her. That
2-0. 2-0 Tampa. You're welcome.
All right, let's go Lightning. Let's go Lightning.
How do you not take Tampa at minus 140? How do you not take them?
Well, that's why I tailed it.
I know.
How can you not? Exactly.
I should have bet more on it.
Man,
it's unlike me to go light. Bro, could we talk about how much of a disaster it would have been if Cynthia Calvillo would have lost last night?
Oh my god, that was the one that you accidentally bet $3,000 on.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, you like my my new? You notice my headphones aren't white anymore? My 10-year-old daughter took my brand new white Beats headphones home, so I had to order a blue pair.
Wow, how dare she?
How dare she?
Beats headphones, aren't those like $150?
Well, I got like the lowest model, so they were only about $100.
Oh, okay.
So she's 10 years old and now has an iPhone, a brand new laptop, an iPad, and Beats headphones.
Yeah, Sean, the pace is slower this half. Putting me to sleep. That's why I hate Virginia games. Who had the under? Someone bet the under 120. Let me scroll up here. Ryan Gosling, I think, was on the under 121. No Fortnite conversations ever should be a rule. Yeah. The thing about Fortnite, though, is how the hell do they get sued for characters dancing? Like, how do you?
I have never played the game, so I literally don't even know what to say about Fortnite.
Oh God, Sean is a man after my own heart, or a better after my own heart. He took over 118 and under 223.
He's got a 105-point middle. How's that work?
I assume he meant under 123. Man, 105-point middle would be sweet though. But I love middle. I love live betting for middles. It's like
Sean. Come on, man. I'm not against middles, but I'll bet a middle when you're talking about 3 touchdowns in the NFL. Like, it needs to be substantial for me to back a middle.
Well, that's because you're a pussy.
I'm not a big fan of doing it when it's only a few points. Because you're going to cost yourself juice on a bet you probably would have most definitely won. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, his son is nationally ranked on Fortnite. How are you nationally ranked on Fortnite? I don't even.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Does he have sponsors?
You guys shouldn't say it's pointless to middle on 5 points because I middled 4 points before on an NBA game.
I'm not going to lie. I have to agree with Corey. I think he's right.
Sean's son competes in Fortnite tournaments.
Wow, that's awesome. Hey, you know what? If your son makes a living being successful at video games, God bless him. Why not?
Why is Virginia not like winning this game by more?
Because I don't know why. It's making me angry. I mean, with no Robinson, I mean, come on. You got to win. You got to win this game by like 10 plus.
Yeah, but in the NBA, I'll go for middles on totals all the time. If I'm a live betting NBA action, if I take like an over, like 220, and then if the total live gets to like 235 or something, I'll take that under.
How's your
go for the middle?
How's your Bethune-Cookman total looking?
Last I checked, it was on pace. They were not on pace to get 167 points. Let me check here, because we all know it's not exactly on television. They are at it looks like it's 22-20 with 7 minutes left. So according to this bet probability tracker on the Action Network app, I have a 69% win probability. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I tweeted that out, so
I know you did.
Somebody follows me on Twitter. They saw that. I don't do that many college basketball games. So when I tweet out college basketball game, it's usually something I really like. Boston University second half +5 is probably going to lose, and it's only 2 minutes into the damn second half.
It's going to piss me off if fucking Virginia doesn't win this game by 5. At least 5 for a push.
Sean's on Illinois +11. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I really couldn't split that game either way. Like, I think Wisconsin's a lot better than Illinois, but Illinois has been looking really good the last few.
Yeah, they beat they beat Michigan and Maryland. I mean, they have looked great. I was so close to dropping to sending that
10-2 right now. 5 minutes in.
I was so close
start on FS1
to sending that fucking play out, man, at +11.5 last night. I'm gonna puke if Virginia doesn't cover.
What is that?
My ex-wife sent me a video of my daughter in the batting cages getting ready for softball.
No puking on YouTube, Jay. You'll get us demonetized. Well, I don't think we're monetized anyways, but you'll make it harder for us to monetize.
Yeah, we're not monetized yet.
So, did you see any more of that Jussie Smollett story? What the hell? That just got crazier and crazier, didn't it?
No, I did not.
Oh man, how do you make up a hate crime? No, it's so obviously it came out that he faked it, and now you see all these pundits, like there's these people writing articles about how they wanted him to have not faked it because they really wanted the story to be true. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why would you want that? I'm like, either way, it's ridiculous, but like, why would you want that story to be true? Like, why would you want there to be guys out there in MAGA hats, like committing hate crimes? Why would you want that to actually happen? But at the same time, like, why the fuck would you fake that? What is going on in that guy's head? This is the most insane freaking story out there right now. I just think it's freaking crazy. Because it's not even like some random guy, making up a hate crime on him. He's a fucking celebrity. He's on a TV show that gets like 20 million viewers a week. And he's faking a hate crime on himself. What the fuck is that? It's so bizarre.
It doesn't make much sense.
Much sense? It makes no sense. It's the craziest thing ever. Because they hate Trump. Yeah, Corey, I mean...
Some people just want attention.
Yeah, I think... yeah, Corey's onto something. Like, I'm not a Trump supporter at all, but I can definitely see that there's like a Trump... They call it Trump derangement syndrome, where some people... Like, he's made some people just go fucking crazy. I mean, you saw the same thing back when like Obama won the presidency, and you saw all those people like walking around with tea bags on their fucking head, you know, going, "I want my country back! I want my country back!" You know, that this fucking weird shit. And you know, I remember like a lot of the people on like the left were like, "Wow, those right wingers really went crazy once we elected a black guy." And now it's come full circle and reversed the fact the other way, where like all the left wingers just gone fucking insane with Trump in office, you know. So it's, I know the pendulum has swung, you know, on the batshit craziness, and I'm just sitting back here just fucking baffled. It is the
why did they have tea bags on their head?
There was the Tea Party. You don't remember that? From
like,
yeah. The Tea Party. They like primaried every moderate Republican in Congress and put a bunch of really really right wing guys in there. And then, you know, now they're doing the same thing on the left. Like they're primarying all the moderate Democrats. And that's how you got that Alexandria Cortez chick from New York's in Congress now because of that. So it's all kind of like on a political pendulum right now. But Jesus. Yeah, but that fucking story with that dude freaking
it's a weird
crime. It's
a weird story.
Yeah, I don't know how you could avoid talking about it because it's so crazy. It's not just the fact that the story happened isn't just crazy. It's the fact that now you're seeing people like wishing that wanting it to be true. They're like, "Oh, it's so awful that he faked this." It's like, yeah, it's awful that he faked this. But they're like, if only the story was true, it would help our narrative that anyone who voted for Trump's a racist.
I never got into that show, Empire. Do you ever watch that show?
No, I know some people who watched it. I mean, I've never watched Empire, but it's super popular.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I just had something pop up on the Washington Post, mainly because I have a Microsoft computer and they have Amazon. So, and the headline went away. It's something to do with a coalition of states are suing Trump over a national emergency bill. Huh, that's interesting. Woo!
13 minutes to go. Virginia up 6.
Yeah, they just had an awesome dunk, dude.
Trying to get a little margin going here for the cover.
You know, I don't want there to be a margin. I just want them to win by 6. So that way you can sweat it out the entire the entire game. Wind up being a winner, but sweat it out.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's a very good question, Corey. Like, if you're going to fake a hate crime, wouldn't you hire a couple of, like, white hillbillies or something? Or at least white guys who would pass off as hillbillies? It is so weird. Like, I don't get how you have 2 black guys commit a fake hate crime with you when you're supposed to be racist and wearing MAGA hats. Like, why would black guys tie a noose around another black guy's neck? That is like a super legitimate question. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I avoided this story for the longest time until it came out that it was totally fake. Like, I heard about it once. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of skeptical. I was like slightly skeptical of it, but I never wanted to comment on it or read further because I generally avoid celebrity news stories. But once it came out that it was a hoax, I'm like, oh, hell, I got to read this. This shit's too good.
My little kid is funny.
Yeah, I saw the picture of those two Nigerians, Corey. They were freaking stacked. Oh, man. So your daughter's commenting on our YouTube channel, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna tell her to bring you back your headphones?
No. She took the good ones. She took the Beat headphones home, and she left her crappy headphones here.
Oh, man. So
I don't know. You have to ask Anthony that question.
oh, that's Derek. He's a buddy of mine from work. I don't know. Not really. I mean, I don't get involved in all that activist shit anyway, so I don't really care, to be honest with you. I just live my life and mind my own business, and I've never been hated on, so it's whatever.
I'm a big fan of minding my own business.
Exactly.
You know,
like
you do you. Just leave me out of it.
Don't. Yeah, I really don't bother myself too much with any of that activism stuff. You know.
Illinois up 12-6 with 9 minutes to play in the first half. That's what it says here. You know, if you're looking to back Wisconsin, anybody, the line is like 6.5 right now.
Ooh, that's a steep discount from what it was.
Yeah.
Wisconsin minus 6.5.
Yeah.
They got like 6. Oh, well, they got 6 points 9 minutes into the game, so that's obviously not going to keep pace. Yeah, Sean, on pace for an 80-point game. I mean, I'll still take the over 80, but
yeah, the total.
Well, I don't know. The Virginia Tech and North Carolina State didn't even get over 60 earlier this year.
In-game totals
it was over 70.
Down to 125.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me if this is looking good. 4 minutes left in the first half, and Savannah State and Bethune-Cookman are at 3 minutes left, and they're at 29-28.
That's good. Didn't you back Boston U second half?
Yeah, I think that's losing, though.
I don't think so. They're up 14.
No, wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, they're up 14.
Oh, come on, Boston U. Yeah, they're up by – well, I don't care what the game total is. They're up 13-9 in the second half. That's the key.
Well, I know, but why I said that is because they were up less than that in the first half.
Yeah, they led by 9. No, they led by 8 at halftime. So I basically need them to win by 3 or more. 3 would be a push. If they won by 3, that would be a push. And then if they won by more than 3, I'd win the second half bet.
We
They're
gave
up by 12 now, so that's pretty good.
Gave that out on the show.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta look for. I couldn't find anything pregame other than that Savannah State game. I couldn't find anything I liked, so you just gotta wait for spots to come to you. You know, you can't force nothing.
Oh, I know.
That Boston U spot just came right at me. It fit right into my second half system.
It spoke to you.
Yeah, I told you I have a second half betting system on college basketball. So you just got to wait for a game to fall into it. You can't force anything. You just got to wait for the opportunity. It'll happen eventually. Idaho, Eastern Washington, second half. Ooh, what do we have here?
That line was like 16.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it because it's probably just going to be the same. It's just a derivative of the first half line. That really doesn't fall into my system. It's that they were a 15-point favorite and they're up by 7 at half. So the second half line should probably be like -8. I mean, so, you know, that's really not the kind of, I mean, I wouldn't hate it or love it. I mean, it just seems to me like it'd basically be betting the same thing as if you just took Eastern Washington pregame. What do we got here? Well, Virginia's up by 8 now, so that's you're starting to finally cover this game a little bit.
Yeah.
74 was your thought. What was the pregame total, Sean?
I took them on the money line minus 200 when they were up 3 at half.
Oh, the pregame total was 141. Why does your ex-wife want to know about hillbillies?
I'm not sure. I just asked my daughter that.
Is she contemplating a hate crime?
Well, they live in like the boonies of New Jersey.
What do you consider the boonies over there in New Jersey?
Like
the most disempopulated state in the country.
Like an hour away from me. I don't know. It's not like your typical New Jersey town. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like it's less populated, a lot of woods. Just not your normal town in Jersey.
So, yeah, if you took over 74, if that's your thought, Sean, you'd basically be getting a 6-point discount on the pregame total. So that's actually not too shabby. Because the pregame total was 141. So if the halftime line's 74, then it's you're getting 74. That'd be like 135. So it's like 6 points less than the pregame line. So that's not a bad bet. Went up to 75. It makes it a little bit more marginal. I mean, a 5-point discount on the pregame line versus a 6-point discount on the pregame line. I mean, I'd rather get the 6-point discount, but taking 75 for like maybe a half unit isn't horrible as long as you're getting minus 110.
Virginia up 10, looking strong.
Yeah, that was a big stretch you went out there, Jay. Telling people to bet a top 5 team in the country. Whew.
Yeah, but you know what? Everybody that I saw talking about it today was taking the points.
Well, will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to harass you.
Yeah, I agree with that, Corey. He is he's the best player they have.
Well, they'll make a run to the Final Four this year as long as they don't play Maryland, Baltimore County.
What a fluke. What a fluke that was, man.
What, Maryland, Baltimore County winning?
Yeah, I don't know why people were back in Virginia Tech today without their point guard. I just don't know how you could back them without Robinson.
I don't know.
I mean, that being said, they're only down 8 to the third best team in the country with 10 minutes to go in the game. But they are home.
But it's Virginia, though. You're talking about being down 8 to the team with the slowest pace in the country.
And a top 5 defense.
Exactly. So being down 8 to Virginia is like being down 16 to any other team. The way they play defense, the tempo of offense they play, and their offensive efficiency is just, I don't know. It's just a they're just a hard team to make up points on.
What's the score in that Tampa Bay Lightning game? Are we still up 2 goals?
Let me take a peek over yonder. We'll figure this one out. Yeah, it's at the intermission.
So that would have went over too.
You didn't bet that though, did you?
No. Did you?
Piece of shit. No, I didn't.
But
We're both pieces of shit. We're both pieces of shit for not betting that first period over.
Watch your whore mouth on this Sports Keg YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. The Jackets are on a power play going into the intermission.
Oh, okay. Those, I'll tell you, those hockey money lines, when you're up 2 goals, are crazy.
Oh, it's almost worth it to like take a stab at the team that's losing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're plus 500 down 2-0. How often have you seen a team in the NHL come back and win a game down 2-0? It happens all the time.
Oh, you know what I would do last year when I was actually betting a lot of hockey is if you took a underdog, like a plus 150 dog, and they had a 1-0 lead or 2-0 lead after the first period, because I can't live bet, but I could do in between period betting, I could get the other side at plus 150. So then I just take that, and then I'd have both sides on the money line at plus 150. So I just let arbitrage be my winner. I haven't really done that this much this year because I got burned so many times betting hockey that I just stopped doing it.
Broke up completely. I have no idea what you just said.
Oh.
And here they come, down 6, going to the free throw line. Fucking team doesn't go away.
Tech down 5 now. Damn it. Come on, Virginia, let's go. They can do
West Virginia.
This isn't West Virginia, it's Virginia. Although they used to be the same state. Did you know that?
I did know that. You know, I know everybody's taking West Virginia in the points because Wade isn't playing for Kansas State. But I still think they can cover that number without Wade. I'm not saying I'm going to bet it. Wow, what a clutch 3-pointer that was. Up 8.
Well, that's how we do. Wade is giving it a go tonight, Corey says.
Is that right?
Yeah, Sean's thinking K-State first half.
I mean, it looked pretty bad. Didn't he leave the game in like a boot? I would think if he plays, it's not going to be normal minutes. But they need this game like they need their blood. They got like a half-game lead up in the Big 12 for the regular season conference championship. So they really, really need this game.
But I don't think they need blood that bad, do you?
Well, blood is important.
Boston U is pulling away big in this game now. If you lose to a team that can't score 55, you don't belong in the tourney. I would agree with that, Sean.
So, what are you talking about? West Virginia?
Oh, you just said if you lose to a team. Oh, Virginia's coming back though.
West Virginia. I think the entire starting 5 for West Virginia either got kicked off the team or is hurt. The entire starting five.
Well, that's not conducive to winning basketball, playing a bunch of third stringers. And people want to take them? I don't know. They suck.
Yeah, and I saw people back in Vatek today too.
But I'm looking here. Bethune-Cookman and Savannah State are at
West Virginia. There goes Anthony's internet connection. Shit in the bed again.
What, yours or mine?
I think yours, but you're okay now. Wow, this Illinois-Wisconsin game, man. What a shit show. Totals down to 115. 16-10 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Holy Christ.
Wow, that's quality basketball. Okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. You know, that TCU Oregon State game is it's a tough one to call. Initially, I thought TCU and maybe a lean to the under, but now I think I lean Oregon State and a lean to the under. Hey. I'll text you right now. But so what do you guys think about this this TCU Oregon State game? Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Oklahoma State. Sorry about that. Yeah, Big 12. All right. TCU missing some players. Yeah. Yeah, they're missing a couple players. That's why I kind of lean to the dog here. Oklahoma State is a home dog, aren't they? I think they're a home dog. Yeah, they are plus 1.5. Yep. Dropped 1.5 points. Total is what, 139? Somewhere around 139. All right, guys, we definitely have a little bit of cushion here. Virginia Tech up 10. 6 minutes to go. End the ball. Virginia Tech minus 9.5 right now live. We got it at 5. Oh, big 3, and they're up 13. Boom. We need this win. We'll be 8-4 on the year. The basketball accounts, if we can get this win. This is a big one for us. We should be 9-3 on the year, though, because no, Virginia Tech is plus 12.5 now. I guess I was behind. I didn't see them hit that 3, but it was a 10-point game. They were plus 9.5, so they're plus 12.5 right now live. Coming off that Tulsa loss, we had absolutely no business losing yesterday. If we win this game, we should be 9-3 instead of 8-4. But what could we do about it? Nothing we could do about it.
What's up?
Yeah, their 3-point field goal percentage at home is excellent too. They have been murking teams at home. They're scoring 81 points a game or something like that at home.
Who is? I just got back. Who are you talking about?
For Virginia Tech. But
oh. Well, they're down by like 13, aren't they?
Yeah, we're pulling away.
That's exciting. Oh man, so what are we gonna bet on this Kansas State game? Like, I kind of want to side with. I don't want to do Kansas State full game because I don't want to wait forever to win my bet. So I am kind of thinking that the Kansas State first half is intriguing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the first half.
Someone suggested K-State first half, so that's what I'm thinking.
What's the line? What are they? Like minus 3.5, minus 4?
I think it's minus 4. So I can't wait until the brackets come out, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely have as soon as we see the brackets, we will have a show.
Well, the best part is like, do you get those bracket breakdowns? You know, where you can like bet on how many 1 seeds make the Final Four, how many 2 seeds make the Final Four, things like that.
This is the first year I'm using a legal book, so I'm not sure.
Because like my book last year, you know, we had those like props where, you know, like the combined number of teams in the Final Four seeding would be like over or under 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you had all kinds of those types of props. So inclined to just go with chalk. Whenever it comes to those brackets, I usually, if you just go with chalk, you should win. Everyone, like the Cinderella story, always gets the pub, you know. But
I've won the me and my friends, not last year, but like the last 5 years before that, I won the bracket contest every season. I don't know why. I just have this knack for tournament time.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like necessarily cap.
No, I know exactly.
I
know what you're talking about.
But I mean, you know, if you're taking like these props on like how many seeds make the Final Four, things like that.
We should fill out our brackets on the show.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Adam says he stopped doing brackets because it screws with his betting every game. Yeah, the thing with brackets is like my work. We had like an office pool at my job where it was a free pool. It's just all about bragging rights. So we'd all fill out our brackets on ESPN for that. But I don't think I've ever actually entered a bracket pool that cost me money.
See, I don't think of it like that.
It does seem like it would interfere with game-by-game betting.
It wouldn't me. Like the bracket is just a little fun thing to do, on the side for whatever, $25, $50. But I wouldn't care if I was going against myself because of points in the bracket. I would always root for my bet first before the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Up 11 now with about 3.5 minutes to go.
Oh, Boston U is up 19. They're up 28-23 on second half. Oh, wait, never mind. They're up 13, up 28-23 in the second half. So come on, Boston. Hold on, baby.
About 15 minutes until I'm tempted to take a shot with Texas Southern -5.5.
Oh, wow. What's your handicap on that game?
I just think that they're one of the better teams in their conference, and Jackson State.
Why don't you bet the under? Because all the conference and all the teams in the SWAC suck at offense.
Totals 143. That Kansas State line is 7, man. It's been rock solid all day long. TCU line dropped from 3 to 1.5. I kind of agree with the line move. I think Oklahoma State's probably a good home dog tonight. That total dropped 2.5 points, bro, from about 3 hours ago. That total was about 139.5, and it's 137 at my book. I leaned under too. Not enough to bet it, but I understand the line move. It makes sense.
Yeah, this Wisconsin-Illinois game, I bet it. I'm not watching it, but just looking at the score, I bet it's an awful game to watch right now. 24-19 with a minute left. Just fucking kill me if I had to actually watch that game.
24-23. Here comes Wisconsin.
24-23.
Yeah. Down a point. Here they come.
Oof.
And the line is like 7.5. Still getting a lot of respect.
Ooh, I might have to bet that. Live bet, if I could buy it, live bet Wisconsin right now. I wonder what the halftime line would be.
Virginia Tech down 9, 3 minutes to go. Virginia has the ball. Making me sweat this game out, though.
Wisconsin -4.5. I'm taking it.
Wow, really? That's a good number because I got Wisconsin is down 1 and -7. Yeah, so. Oh, okay.
I just got them -4.5.
Yeah, right now they're minus. Oh, you got them what? Second half line?
No, live line -4.5 right now.
Oh, my live line is 6.5.
Well, your book sucks because I got them at 4.5.
My book, the lines are better than your book on 9 out of 10 bets.
You are correct, but for some reason this time it was better.
Big 3. Virginia Tech cuts it to 7. Kyle Guy right in your ass. And they're back up 10.
So two basic. Well, I don't know if a second half play is really a live bet or not. How you want to describe that? But I am.
If you gave it out on the show, yeah. All right. Right now, I see Wisconsin down 3, and
I took them.
They're minus 5.5.
I took them minus 4.5, and right after I took them minus 4.5, Illinois got a bucket. But
yeah, Virginia Tech just missed about 4 wide open threes.
4 wide open threes?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You don't see that in the NBA. you don't really see that.
Virginia Tech
Kyle Guy is cash money.
Who's cuts Kyle it to Guy? He's the best shooter on really? Who is Kyle Guy? He's the best shooter on the 3rd best team in the nation, and you don't know who Kyle Guy is?
Oh, I thought he was talking about like this Kyle Guy is. I thought he might have been talking about a capper. Okay.
Another clutch 3 and back up 10. They're so much better offensively than last year, man.
I think the under's going to cash too.
48 seconds to go. Timeout. They're up 10. Virginia Tech has the ball. All right. All right, so they go into halftime. Illinois up by 1. Oh, Boston U is only up 10 now, Ant.
Shut up.
What do they have to win by?
Oh, I'm good. What score are you showing? I'm showing 69-58, Boston U.
70-60.
No, they have to win by 4 to win. If they win by 3, it's a push.
Oh, okay.
Because I have them +5 on the second half.
So you cashed that. You gave that out on the show. We got Tampa Bay up 2.
Well, I don't cash anything until the game's over. So
oh, they just took it off the board by me. I thought that was it. It was over.
No, they're going to foul a bunch. You know how the teams love to foul. Did you bet Texas Southern?
No.
That game started.
No, I didn't.
Oh, game is over 70-60.
So that's a winner, and we got Tampa Bay up 2-0. So if we can get that home, that'll be a winner. Then we'll be 2-0 so far if we can get that home. I'm going to wait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this Kansas State West Virginia game, see if I can get a better number on Kansas State. That's my goal. That's my game plan.
Yeah, that Boston University. That was an easy unit. You're welcome very much. This under looks like it's going to cruise to it, too. They're only halfway to the total with 14 minutes left in the second half in this Bethune-Cookman Savannah State game.
Is that Illinois-Wisconsin game at the half yet?
Yeah. But what did I tell you about betting an over 167.5 on two teams with offensive efficiencies like in the 300s? I told you that would be stupid. Like, they're not even averaging a point per possession, and they put that total at 167. That was a misfire by the bookies. I think you might have won your Virginia bet here, sir. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're up 10. They just got fouled. 25 seconds left.
I hate it when they foul. That's so annoying. Oh, let's foul. Let's foul. We're down by 5 possessions with 10 seconds left. We better foul. It's like, Jesus Christ, just let the game go. Accept the L. You don't get that in the NBA. If an NBA team's down by 5 possessions with 10 seconds left, they let you dribble the ball out. But these teams, man. So what is the Wisconsin live line? I'm going to have to look at what the Wisconsin second half line is. I'll be mad if the Wisconsin second half line would have given me a better spread than full game.
Nope. I don't know. Right now I'm showing -6.5. They're down 1.
Yeah, Wisconsin is -7 on the second half. So what that's telling me is I beat the line move. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. Wisconsin's -370 to win the game. No respect at all for Illinois. Illinois is up by 1 at the half, and they're plus 265 to win on the money line.
The clock dribbles out. They win by 6. Cash it. Boom.
You had them -5 and they won by 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically that's a win. So Sean's dancing in the middle, so you guys tried making fun of him.
Good for you, Sean.
Yeah, I know. Every time I hit a middle, I feel like I need to start doing a little dance and you know the rest of the scene from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
He's doing his middle dance. Ah, Corey, you sound like Jay when I hit my middle. And Jay was like, oh, that was a good hit. I'm like, yeah. Middles are amazing. Get those middles, Sean. Like nothing exactly, Adam. Nothing makes you feel like a god more than hitting a middle. Like getting a middle is just it's just an amazing feeling. Middling a basketball total. I mean, what feeling is there that's better than middling a basketball total, Jay? I can't think of anything. Well, maybe sex, but you know, we all just accept that one's always going to be the best.
I was thinking about this today. I started selling plays in August. How many months ago was that?
Enough.
Since August, I have not sent out one play where my accounts have been minus units since August in 2 sports.
You mean one card?
One play, period. I have not sent out one play all of football season so far this basketball season where I've sent a play out, and when I sent it out, we've been down units on the year.
Oh, okay.
Is that not absolutely absurd? Think about what I just said. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, we are a week and a half away from March. That would be going into the 8th month where I have not sent a play out when we've been down units on the year in any sport.
So you didn't start any sport out 0-9 or anything like that?
No. That's incredible, man. I mean, I'm sure it's going to happen at some point because nobody's perfect, but I'm impressed with myself.
So you want to suck your dick a little more?
No, I'm done.
You're done sucking your dick?
Yeah.
That's what your wife said too. I'm done sucking your dick. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay.
All right. Now that we're done being all super stoked and excited about how you won that Virginia game, and let's see here. Is this Tampa Bay game going to? And I won my Boston University play. Holla.
2-0 with 5 minutes left in the second period.
Well, let's go Lightning. Let's go Lightning. And let's come on, Bethune-Cookman and Savannah State. Let's keep that score into a low.
Kansas State down to 6.5 now.
Okay, Steve. I might be fit for the comedy side of the KegCast, but that's
no. He's saying you
wait until
he's saying you
sports season starts.
You are definitely fit.
Yeah, I know that's what he's saying, but I have a knowledge about a certain sport that I am going to crush this year. So baseball season is on the horizon, my friends. Baseball season's on the horizon. Oh, I cannot wait for baseball season. I tell you what, I don't have season win totals yet at my book, but I really hope they go off these Pacoda projections to for some of this, because I have a feeling I can get some goddamn money off of these baseball win totals. I really think baseball win totals, if they have the Cubs below 90, that's an abomination to humanity. Like, and I'm not saying that just as a Cubs fan. I really think they need to pull themselves out of the dark ages of 2014 pitching metric handicapping and bring themselves into the light. I mean, we've had Statcast data for like 3.5 years now. It's time to start finally figuring out how to quantify exit velocity metrics for pitchers when you're handicapping, and figure out how that fits into your Sierra and XFIP calculations. And people haven't done that yet. And it was profitable for me last year, and it appears based off a lot of these Pacoda projections, people still haven't fucking caught on to that. So I'm hoping people continue not to catch on to that, and I continue to have that edge. Did I keep track of my record betting baseball last year? Yes. On the year, I was up about 35 units from April through September. I dumped like 15 units back in September, so I might just not bet September baseball this year. I was up over 50 heading into September, and a really bad month of September. So I'm probably just going to avoid September. But anybody who bets baseball knows that betting in September can be treacherous. My main area is one thing I find a lot of numbers on is going to be team totals on the first 5. That's probably where the majority of my, or at least half of my winning units came from, is off of first 5 team totals. So I'm hoping to keep hitting those pretty hard. Yeah, Corey, the thing is if you kind of go on the Fangraphs and you start looking at some of the projections for the starting pitchings, go look at the BABIP stat for these starting pitchers, and you'll notice that like all the starting pitchers are between like a 300 and 310 BABIP. And then come back to me and explain to me how the hell you can project Kyle Hendricks to have a 310 BABIP this year when he's never had a BABIP in his career over 280. And there's a reason why he's never had a BABIP in his career over 280. Go look at his exit velocity. So, they're just blindly expecting everyone's. What that tells me is like all these projections blindly expect every starting pitcher's or every pitcher period's BABIP to regress towards the league average. But yeah, the league average is in like the low 300s, but there's a reason why some guys are at like 330. And there's a reason why other guys are at like 270 on their BABIPs. And it's not all because of luck. Like they, a lot of these stat geeks think it's all because of luck. It's all because of variance. So it'll all come back to the mean. But that's not necessarily true. You have exit velocity data now. You have that StatCast data on these starting pitchers' exit velocity. And we know that hard contact leads to higher hit probabilities. And some pitchers give up a lot of hard contact. So it's just ridiculous.
We tipped off. We're a minute into Kansas State, West Virginia. And I think somebody's up 2-0. I'm not entirely sure who, because I'm looking at Bob Huggins right now on my screen. West Virginia up 2-0.
I didn't realize you were still on this cast, Jay. You've been quiet for like 5 minutes.
Sorry. And we're back.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to try to see. I'm going to watch some of this first half, see who came to play, and bet accordingly.
So Sean wants to know if we've grabbed Liverpool and Barcelona.
I did not. Kansas State throwing up air balls right now.
Champions League starts up again tomorrow. Well, the thing I want to know is, are you saying like, hey Sean, are you saying that Barcelona minus 3/4 of a goal? Because that's what I'm getting on the agent handicap at minus 115. And that does sound tempting. But I don't really want to touch the total because the total is at 3.25. I don't really like betting over 3.25s unless it's like a Bundesliga game. I can get Barca at minus 130. I have Barca minus 130 on the straight money line.
Is that right?
Yeah, Sean says he got Barca at minus 140. On the money line I'm showing is minus 130. And then if I took him on the handicap, the Asian handicap, I get him at like minus 3/4 of a goal at minus 115. Why would Leon's best player be announced out? Is he hurt? Because they wouldn't be sitting him. Because they're not going to have any chance at the League One title. Isn't PSG like 13 points clear right now? I mean, I might be exaggerating on how many points PSG's clear of Lille and Lyon, but there's not a chance in hell PSG's not winning the League One.
You are asking.
Same thing with Juventus. Juventus is so far out. How he's hurt.
You're asking the wrong person, my friend.
I'm talking to Sean in chat. You know, we have college basketball on, but you know, the biggest sporting tournament in the world starts back up tomorrow. So we might want to do a little bit in handicapping this Premier League.
Well, let me know
for Champions League.
Let me know what you guys decide to bet, and I'll tail it.
Well, I'm thinking Liverpool and Bayern Munich over 2.75 is kind of tempting. And then Barcelona.
Who is Liverpool playing?
Bayern Munich.
I'm a big Mo Salah guy. Big fan of him. Second half, Wisconsin just tipped. They're up 28-26. They're already up to -10.
Barcelona's on the road.
That's ballsy,
Steven. The game's in Lyon. And then the other game's in Liverpool. So I can take Liverpool on the money line plus 110. Or I could take a -1/4 of a goal at -120. We're talking Champions League, Steve.
Our viewers are gonna they're gonna start falling off with all this soccer talk. Actually, everybody that's in the chat is willing to talk about soccer, so I don't care. Do you?
Well, do you care about money? Money you make betting Champions League spends the same as the money you make.
You're right. I'll just tell you whenever you guys are done talking about it. Kansas State up 7-5 right now. Virginia Tech has the ball. How dumb were those people last night, though? No, Sean, do you? I don't care, bud. How dumb were those people last night to think that they were going to be able to watch the UFC on our YouTube channel when ESPN just paid like $1.5 billion for the rights?
Are you still on that?
I mean, Tampa Bay, another goal, up 3-0.
You talk about the guy who kept asking us why we weren't live streaming the game?
Yes.
Or live streaming the matches? Lightning scored again. They're up 3-0.
I just said that. I just literally said that. Holy shit, Ant.
You were too busy crying about how we were talking about soccer.
But I mean, like,
other people
the first thing out of my mouth was we were up 3 goals. Like, I actually hear you when you're talking. How do you not hear me?
I thought the first thing out of your mouth was, give me some more dick.
No. Somebody gave us a thumbs down. How about that?
Fake news. I don't see a thumbs down on the screen.
I'm looking at one right now. 7 thumbs up and a thumbs down.
I'm looking at 8 thumbs up and no thumbs down. That's the power of positivity, Jason Paglia.
Oh, you changed it with your mind?
Huh?
It's probably the same person that comes in every night just to give us a thumbs down. Because it seems like we have one every show.
I mean, I'll get over it. My feelings don't hurt that easily.
I'm hurt.
It was all the soccer talk. No, but at that price, I think Barcelona at minus 130 instead of. Sometimes I like to lay a quarter of a goal, but if I can get Barcelona at only minus 130, I think that's a good bet. So I'm going to take Barcelona minus 130, and I might just take Liverpool minus a quarter of a goal. I mean, I kind of want to take them on the money line at plus 110, but I don't know. If the game draws, I get to push half my bet. So I don't know. Ottawa scored 9Q in first quarter. What's Ottawa like? The Senators?
There is a game after this Tampa Bay game. What's everybody's thoughts on the Bruins, Tampa Bay Sharks, San Jose Sharks game? What do you guys?
The Sharks should probably kick their ass, shouldn't they?
I don't know. I backed Tampa simply because the number was right.
Oh, it's holy shit. I see what they're talking about. Jason, this game is 5-4 and it's still in the first quarter or first period.
Wow. Hasn't Ottawa been a first period over machine?
Ottawa and Chicago. Who the over 8.5 in the first period on an alternate line? What did that pay? What odds can you get on over 8.5 in the first period on an alternate line? Is there any way you could have got a book to give you that?
Oh wow, this is that's a good matchup. The Bruins are 34-17, second in the Atlantic, and the Sharks are 35-17, second in the Pacific. Last 10 for the Sharks, 7-3. Last 10 for the Bruins, 7-0-3. That's going to be a really good game. Think we see a lot of goals in that game? What's the total in that game?
Looks like it's probably like 6. They're all 6 now.
Yep, 6. The live total is 14 goals. That's fucking funny, man. You know, the live money right now to back Illinois is plus 430. They're down a point. You think they can actually they were able to beat Michigan and Maryland. Why can't they beat Wisconsin? Why can't they? Plus 430.
Because I have Wisconsin minus 4.5.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Why don't you not bet against me, you cunt?
Plus 430 is a lot of money. Down a point in the second half.
That is tempting.
I'll leave it alone because you have Wisconsin.
Thank you for not betting against me, Jason.
I said I leaned Oklahoma State and I didn't bet it. They're up 6 at home right now, taking it to TCU.
So how bad is Manchester City going to butt-fuck Schalke?
You want me to answer that question?
Yeah, how bad is Manchester City going to butt-fuck Schalke?
A lot.
Oh, it's going to be a fist-fucking with no lube.
How many times do you think you can
take off their class rings?
How many times are you going to say fuck on this show in a minute? So far, you're at 4. Think you can get another 3 in there?
I could, but basically it's going to be no lube. They're just going to go right up in there. They're going to put on their class ring. They're going to have very dry fists, and they're just going to go up, up, up into Schalke's rectum.
Sean said that's Wednesday. Jay may kill us if we talk about Wednesday soccer.
I don't know. It's just Man City's just going to demolish them.
Illinois up 2. Rob hasn't had much luck betting soccer. They choke more than a porno. Oh, poor Twatty. I'm in mourning with the Kane loss. That Twatty, he didn't even hit him. I posted the replay of the 26-second video. His knee blew out. He literally didn't even touch him.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like how do you get that gift? You win a UFC fight in 26 seconds without even having to throw a punch.
That's a bad way to lose, man.
That's insane.
We lost too. We lost I thought that was guaranteed to go to the second round if he didn't get knocked out. And his knee said,
well, he
fuck.
Did it. His knee got knocked out by the his knee got knocked out.
His knee said, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and say tomorrow on Champions League, I'm going to take Barcelona minus 130 on the money line, and I'm going to take the Liverpool Bayern Munich over 2.75 goals at minus 125. There we go.
Everybody get that?
That's my 2 bets for Champions League tomorrow. I hope Sean approves.
Personally, I approve if it makes you feel better.
Well, Eastern Washington second half over hit. Were you on that, Sean?
Nice, Sean. I didn't even know you were on that.
He was asking me about it when the second half came down. I actually should have hopped on that because I was talking myself into betting that over as I was like kind of breaking down how those numbers came down. So what do we think about this Kansas State West Virginia game? Are we live betting it?
Well, not? I mean, West Virginia's up 13-11 right now. Kansas State is still minus 4.5. I really don't want to lay. I don't want to lay 4.5 in this game.
Well, I laid 4.5 with Wisconsin, and now I'm not feeling very good about that bet anymore. I'm actually feeling kind of sad about it.
I think there's a real chance Illinois wins this game.
You're making me upset. I think there's a real chance West Virginia could win this game. They seem kind of scrappy.
Twatty said, I'm an adult man and I still don't understand soccer rules. I'll second that.
I actually don't understand how you cannot understand soccer rules when soccer has like the least amount of rules of any sport.
West Virginia has more than 3 men down. Like they got solid players that were kicked off the team. They should have no business beating the best team in the Big 12 right now in conference.
All you got to know about soccer is don't tackle a guy and don't go off sides. That's like literally the only 2 rules in the sport.
I'd like to see Kansas State at like a pick.
I mean,
Adam's right there with us. He thirds it. Soccer is insane.
They just make up how much time to play.
That's also a good point.
I mean, when you're talking about like extra time added on, no, they don't just guess. The referee has like a stopwatch for like when a player's pretending to be injured. Like he's got a stopwatch to tell them how much time they've wasted.
That's that's another thing that annoys me. You can't possibly be hurt every single time you go down to the ground. They cry in pain. They bang the fucking grass. I mean,
yeah, it is annoying, but they're trying to get
much.
They're trying to get the foul call. They want the free kick. They want the penalty kick.
It's too much.
It is pretty annoying. No, the funny part is when a dude flops, like just goes, and like acting like he's in pain, and the referee just laughs and play goes on. That's the funniest shit.
People get sniped. Body's funny, bro. Oklahoma State taking it to TCU right now. God damn it.
Yeah, and Sean's got a point too. You can get yellow carded for flopping. Like if the referee thinks you flopped, you can get a yellow card for that.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen often, does it?
They do not bring out the stretcher 5 times a game, Twatty. God damn, dude.
I like my theater on Broadway, not in sports. You're preaching to the choir here, bro.
Neymar flops like bloody defunct. Actually, the worst flopper is probably Ronaldo. As good as Ronaldo is, he is a flopping machine. There's actually like YouTube. Yeah, you could go on YouTube. There's like YouTube compilation videos of, it's like 10 minutes long of just Ronaldo flopping like a bitch.
Corey coming in with the old school Sacramento Kings reference. I like it.
Oh, God. You know, that Sacramento Kings team, I still say they got screwed.
Right now, I think that that team is better than I thought. I think they're in like the 8th seed in the West right now, I want to say. I think they have a solid.
Yeah, it's only taken them like 17 years to come back from being robbed in that conference finals against the Lakers.
Wisconsin on a 6-0 run.
Trying to get it
done for you.
Anybody who tries to claim that the NBA is not fixed, go rewatch Game 6 of the conference finals of 2002 between.
Who they play? Phoenix. Oh, okay, the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm talking about like how anybody who claims that the NBA isn't fixed, just go rewatch that.
I don't care enough.
The NBA.
I don't care enough about the NBA to rewatch a replay.
No, but the NBA is also the only American sport that actually has had a referee put into prison for fixing games. So, yeah. I mean,
who was it?
People try claiming, the NBA.
Tim Donaghy or something like that?
Yeah. So when people try defending the NBA on that, they're like, oh, the NBA is not fixed, I swear. I'm like, you guys literally had a referee go to prison for fixing games. That is not something I'm making up. That happened. So, like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Get the fuck out.
Jay, did you just say the F word?
No.
Yeah, you did. Jay's yelling at me for cussing too much because
I repeated your F word.
Not as bad as Mexican baseball. I have never watched Mexican baseball. What do they do? Flopping there too? Or are they fixing it?
I would rather someone punch me in the throat than watch Mexican baseball.
Why? Well, I mean, Hispanics are really good at baseball. Like Dominican Republic, practically like half the best players in the league are out of the Dominican Republic, and that's a small country.
I would rather almost be punched in my throat to watch American baseball. Other than the Mets.
Well, that's why you hate baseball so much. You watch too much Mets games.
30 years of it, bro.
Goji Japanese baseball capper.
How many months until we have a meaningful golf tournament? When's that start?
It's like a month and a half from now.
I'm a little aggravated that
Sean says there's a story where the team was betting on the outcomes of their own games because management wasn't paying them. And this was in basketball.
Wow.
Is it Mexican basketball or is this like in European basketball?
I can't answer that.
I'm asking Sean.
Oh,
his comment.
By the way, I don't have lines up yet, but there is a UFC event on Saturday at 2:00. It's UFC Prague. That's why it's at 2:00. The time difference.
Mexican basketball. Okay.
The card looks pretty weak.
That's got to be an interesting league to watch. Like, how do you have a Mexican basketball league? Aren't they all like 5'9"?
I can barely stomach the NBA.
The NBA used to be good like 5 years ago before we already knew the outcome of every single finals before the season even started.
The Oscars are this Sunday. You betting any props?
So, come on, Wisconsin. I got to turn on this Wisconsin game. I don't know why I'm watching this West Virginia game. I haven't bet. I need to get Wisconsin going here. They have taken the lead.
I think Rami Malek is a lock to win Best Actor.
Who? To win Best Actor for what?
For the
Oscars?
Yeah, for the Queen movie. He was Freddie Mercury.
What's up with West Virginia, man? They're taking it to Kansas State.
West Virginia. That's why I backed off that Kansas State play.
I mean, they are losing to these guys, walk-ons? Like third stringers? This is kind of rough.
Yeah, Corey, Rami Malek is only like minus 400. And I really don't think there's a way that he loses for Best Actor. I think that's a guarantee.
Well, who's the favorite for Best Picture? I mean, because none of the pictures this year are that good. So it's
Best Picture is Roma, minus 340. And then that's second place
favorite.
But second place is Green Book plus 430, and then it's like plus 2,000 after that.
So no one gives that Queen movie any respect, huh?
No, but he's going to win.
You don't think Black Panther's going to win it?
The most ridiculous favorite.
You don't think Black Panther's going to get the Oscar?
No. The most ridiculous favorite is for Best Song, that Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born. It's like minus 2,000.
That's a substantial amount of money to lay.
Yeah.
I would probably lay it though. Put it in a parlay. Put it in a parlay with Manchester City against Schalke.
I don't know what that Rome. I never saw the Roma movie. I couldn't tell you what that's about.
It's on Netflix right now. You can watch it if you wanted. Roma is a soccer team in Syria. I know that.
CNN right now actually has hate crime hoax. Sources: police believe it was an orchestrated attack. Wow, this is like this is like big time national news now.
Yeah. I don't know. That's where
Illinois is hanging around. Down to 10 minutes to play. You could get them plus 500 right now.
Mm-hmm. Hate crime hoax. That's just so ridiculous. Faking hate crimes. Okay.
Big time three for Wisconsin there.
We need Wisconsin to pull this out. They just cracked 80 points with 10 minutes left.
Yeah, the in-game total is 115.
Okay.
Why do these teams score so much more in the second half? Is it just they run out of energy to defend? Is that what it is?
They run out of what?
The energy to defend like they have in the first half?
I don't know, man. I could not tell you.
Lightning up 5. I guess that was a winner. Yeah, that's true. Fouling at the end of games is a good point, Twatty. Caddyshack is on the Golf Channel right now. I'm a big Caddyshack guy.
Hmm.
18-hole at Augusta. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Caddyshack's one of the best movies ever made.
Was it really?
Yes.
I mean,
one of the greatest comedies
Caddyshack. It was okay
of all time. Bro, come on, man.
What? I mean, it was all right. K-State finally takes a lead. And the Lightning are up 5. So, it feels good not to suck at life. Wisconsin's up by 6 now, so that's that makes me feel good about things. Lightning are up 5-0. So, Jason, I think we were on to something there with that minus what, 150?
So we're 2-0 on the show. So that's nice. Another 2 units. 35.19 units on the show. I like it.
Boston
I like
University
it a lot.
Second half was a winner. That was pretty cool.
I counted that.
On the back for that one.
That's the one I counted.
Oh, by the way, final score: Savannah State is 79, and Bethune-Cookman 70. Is that under 167.5 points?
Yeah, that's a nice call. But that you sent that out earlier today. I don't want to count that on the show.
Yeah, I tweeted that out so my followers can tell it. Yeah. Like that was like the easiest play on the entire college basketball card. Trust me, because I only bet the easiest plays on the card. I don't go in and bet 20 games a day.
When do you want to have
college basketball? I bet like maybe 1 or 2.
When do you want to have Twatty on so you guys can do your MLB season preview?
You're breaking up on my end. Is that my internet or yours? Or can everybody else hear you okay?
Can you hear me now?
Hello? I honestly think it might be my internet might be slowing down. I'm going to close some tabs here. Maybe that'll speed things up.
I hear you fine. Do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
What I said is, when do you want to have Twatty on to do MLB season preview?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I don't know why. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear us right now? Yeah, they can hear. Can you hear me yet?
Now I can.
When
Ant
do
needs to
you,
open his ears. I think it's my shitty ass internet. I had to close some tabs.
when do you want to do the MLB season preview with Twatty?
Oh, I don't know. When
Well, how long before the season starts?
probably have to be like mid-March after I've seen some spring training.
So we'll set that up.
I mean,
mid-March.
the season's still a month and a half away. Spring training starts this Saturday, but I'd have to probably before I'm like ready to do breakdowns, it'd be mid-March between work and everything else.
5-5 in the Blackhawks game in the second period.
I'm not going to sleep on the Braves, Rob, but you know, that's a tough division. Right now, I think probably the most undervalued team in the NL is probably going to be the Rockies. I think the Rockies will have a pretty good chance of getting 88, 89 games, and I see a lot of the projections for them is right around the 80 to 82 win area. And I don't really see them falling off that much because I really like their starting pitching, and I think their bullpen's still pretty decent. Their lineup worries me, though. I mean, they got Blackman and Arenado and stuff. So they got a few good guys in their lineup, but top to bottom, like after the first three guys, like after Story, Blackman, Arenado, it drops off pretty significantly from there.
I said I leaned Oklahoma State, and I didn't take it, and they're up 14 right now with 3 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, the Rockies are in the West. They'll have to, if they make the playoffs, it'll be a wild card, that's for sure. I don't think they'll pass the Dodgers. But I think season win total wise, if you get them at like in the low 80s, if it's lined between 80 and 82, I'd take an over on that. I think they could be an 8 because I don't think Arizona's going to be as good this year as they were last year. So I think the Rockies will probably be their window will be the 85 to 90 win range. So if you can get
Twatty said Daniel Murphy will kill it this year. I don't know why he's still not a Met. Only because they let him go because he plays bad defense at second base. But I don't know why he's not a Met.
But
nice, Sean. Hit that TCU first half over. Good for you. So you have anything going other than Wisconsin right now?
They're up by 1. Stupid Wisconsin. Fucking Badgers.
I don't have anything right now.
That's the only game I'm on right now. I mean, I guess, well, we're on Tampa Bay, but they're up by 5 in the third period, so that's a done deal.
And Oklahoma State, Illinois moneyline parlays is paying plus 300 right now.
Daniel Murphy's home run streak in the playoffs is the greatest baseball moment ever. I thought it fucking sucked, if you want me to be honest with you. I thought that was a terrible thing to have happen.
Probably the greatest Mets playoff memory ever.
Yeah, way better than that time they won the World Series, right? Like, why would you want to remember that?
I was 6 years old. I don't remember that.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you got a point there. But I'd say no. And as a Cubs fan, I think that home run streak was bullshit.
Yeah,
they could not get that sumbitch out. It was so annoying.
He destroyed you.
It was ridiculous. They could not get him out. They couldn't. It was so aggravating. I'm like, why they couldn't get that sumbitch out in that playoffs was so aggravating. And then, after they sweep the fucking Cubs, they go and get dick stomped by the Royals.
That was terrible. I really thought we had a shot.
Oh, everyone around here was all excited. God, I couldn't bring it. I couldn't believe how many Royals fans popped up out of the woodworks when the Royals won that World Series.
I know. How do we get swept? Like, we couldn't beat the Royals one game?
You didn't get swept. You lost in 5. You swept the Cubs.
Oh, we won a game in the World Series? I don't remember. I don't even remember us winning a game in the World Series.
You don't remember winning a game in the World Series because you were down 3-0 when you won the game. So you probably already tuned out the World Series when they're down 3-0. But they won Game 4 and then promptly came back in Game 5 and lost. So
fucking Mets.
Yeah. Yeah, they won Noah Syndergaard's game. And isn't it crazy how fast the Royals dropped off? Like, they went from going to back-to-back World Series to, like, last year, if it wasn't for the fact that the Orioles were so epically terrible, more people would have been talking about how bad the Royals were last year, because the Royals were I think they were a 100-loss team.
That's a great point, Corey. We led every game that World Series, and Familia blew it twice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh, the Royals kicked your ass. That was funny.
Yeah, they made it to back-to-back World Series with, would they have the worst payroll in baseball?
Yeah, well, that's why they're so shitty now. Is they literally had to get rid of everybody from that team. The only person still on those World Series teams is Alex Gordon, because for some reason he let them re-sign him for cheap. He'll be like, "Yeah, guys, I'll hang out and we'll win a World Series again." And everybody else is like, "Oh, see ya, deuces." Like Kane and Moustakas are with the Brewers now. God, I'm blanking on his name, but their first baseman, he's with the fucking Padres now. Can't even remember his name for some reason. Totally just brain farted that dude's name, but whatever. Hosmer, thank you. Hosmer. That's who I'm thinking of. Hosmer fucking left. Wade Davis went to the Cubs and then went over to the Rockies. Wade Davis was lights out closer for them. They also had James Shields in his very last season that he was worth a shit. So they got lucky there. They got Johnny Cueto in a trade. So they had a stacked team and then blew it the fuck up. Right after that World Series, that entire team just went away. And poor Alex Gordon sitting there with his pretty decent contract going, where did everybody go? Where is everybody? I'm here all by myself. It's like Alex Gordon and a AAA team right now. Oh, poor Kansas City fans.
How much do you have to win this Wisconsin game by?
I took them live -4.5. I don't think it's going to win. I mean, they can't seem to pull away. They pulled away a little bit, and then Illinois came back a bit, and now they're up by 2. I think it'll be one of those situations where it'll come down to Illinois will start fouling, and then Wisconsin will pull away in the last 2 minutes maybe because of fouls. But other than that, I don't see how I'm going to cover. Do 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 do.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game. It's amazing, man. They cannot.
Man, this Pacoda is pissing me off.
They can't get rid of him. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Did you say Illinois?
Yeah. Don't put an S there and expect me to keep it silent.
It's Illinois.
I know what you think it's called, but I see an S at the end, so I'm going to pronounce it.
How many people in the chat say Illinois? This is what.
No, it's just me.
This is what I mean when I say in the mornings before he goes to work, he milks cows. Or he's working on the cornfield.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Of course I pronounce the S. I do it on purpose.
I do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Well, that's even worse.
Yep. I also pronounce it Des Moines.
I got nothing.
You know, I actually thought it really was Des Moines until I was like 10 years old because I never heard it pronounced. And then my sister was like, "Oh, yeah, we're going to Des Moines." I'm like, "What's Des Moines?" And they go, "Des Moines in Iowa, the capital city." I'm like, "Oh, I thought that was Des Moines."
This kid, though.
Until I was like 10 years old. I swear to God, until I was 10 years old, I thought it was actually pronounced Des Moines because I never heard it. Or at least I didn't recall ever hearing it.
I'm going to be pissed if I didn't bet this Illinois money line because you bet Wisconsin. Because it's tied at 52 with 3 minutes to go.
I mean, I call UCLA UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, why not pronounce it?
That Illinois plus 500 was just, well, no matter what happens in this game, was a great bet.
You didn't bet it?
No, because I didn't want to fade you.
Are you kidding? I would have faded you in a heartbeat just so I can rub it in that I faded you in one.
No, now they're plus 170.
God, is it a tie game now?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Stupid Wisconsin. Fucking bitches. I'm sick and tired of Wisconsin not pulling away in this game. This is my last nerve. Man, I'd be feeling pretty sweet if I had Illinois at the plus 10 pregame. That would have been a super awesome number to get.
Yeah, that was a good bet, man. I can't complain because we got the job done with Virginia, but we should have hopped on that plus 11.5 last night when I was looking at the lines.
I know how you like to hop on them 11.5s.
Fucking idiot.
What? What'd I say? I said you like to hop on those 11.5s.
Kansas State's up 3, finally got their shit together a little bit in this game. But they're still minus 6.5, which is basically where the game closed at.
Kansas State somehow covers. If Kansas State somehow covers this first half line, that would be a miracle. Oh, Yellowhammer got Wisconsin live minus 1.5. Good for him. He got 3 points better than I did, taking him minus 4.5.
Oklahoma State's up 9.
Corey's talking about. Wow. How is Oklahoma State taking it to TCU?
I mean, they were only getting 1.5. I thought that I had a lean towards Oklahoma State, but now I almost wonder if TCU gets up to like plus 7.5, plus 8.5, is it worth taking a shot with them? I don't really think that Oklahoma State's going to blow them out.
Gee, Chicago and Ottawa are at 12 goals right now. Have they pulled a goaltender yet? I need to look and see. This is absurd. Yeah, both teams are on their second goalie. It didn't really help at all.
That's funny.
Anderson gave up 3 goals. They yank him, and Nielsen comes in and gives up 4. And then Ward gives up 2. They yank him, and Delia comes in and gives up 3. You got to be shitting me. What a joke. Who had the alternative over 10.5 pregame? That would have been a nice casher. 7-5 midway through the second quarter or second period. They can really run this up, dude.
Well, I'm up 2 units on the night with Virginia and Tampa Bay.
You didn't tail my Savannah State?
No.
Well, that's because you suck at life, but we'll get you better at life soon.
Big 2 possessions by Wisconsin. Up 4 with 2:45 to play.
Let's go, Badgers.
What happened? You guys just had a bad beat? Twatty?
Up the whole game and then lose by 1? Who lost?
I don't know who they're talking about.
I don't either.
Led wire to wire. What game?
Now they're just going to make us guess.
Florida A&M. Oh, who were they playing? Were they playing South Carolina State?
Yep. Oh, they have Florida A&M plus 1.5.
Florida A&M is abysmal from the free throw line. They are so bad.
57-54. Yeah, they must have Florida A&M plus 1.5, and they lost 57-54. So
I think they're like 55% as a team. I could be wrong, but I thought that they were like high 50s from the free throw line. Illinois just doesn't go away. It's amazing.
By amazing, you mean pissing me off? Why did we bet the under in this Mississippi Valley State Southern game?
Oh, what's that? Did Texas Southern win by 5.5?
I don't know. Let me go check the Texas Southern score. I'm making fun of you about this Texas Southern game when I bet Savannah State, Bethune-Cookman, so maybe I should just shut up, huh?
I had a lean towards Southern.
Well, Texas Southern's down by 12 at halftime, so maybe it's good you didn't.
Yeah, buddy. Sometimes it's good knowing what not to bet when you like them.
Texas Southern is I don't know what it is about these small little bullshit conferences, but they're way more fun to bet than the big conferences. But maybe that's just my opinion. I mean, I would say more fun to bet. I just think there's more value in betting them than the big conferences, especially since like a lot of these conferences weren't even lined regularly until like this year. You know, God, why won't Illinois go away? If they don't go away, go away, Illinois. No one wants you here. Boo, Illinois. Boo. This. We're down to the wire here, Jay.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching it with you.
I'm gonna cry if I don't get this cover. I'll be very sad. I'll probably go throw myself off the Bob Carey Bridge. The water will be nice and cold down there. So I can't watch this anymore.
They're going to the free throw line. Up 2.
That's probably what I tell you. This is how I'm going to get the cover. Is they're going to go to the free throw line. So do you think Kansas State blows them out in the second half then?
I don't know.
You got one free throw down.
The last 58 seconds of this game is going to take 25 minutes.
You're right. You really think so? This is going to be foul, isn't it? It's going to be foul, timeout, timeout, foul, timeout, timeout, foul.
I think they probably win this game probably by around 5. I think West Virginia probably sticks around, though.
Oh, you mean Kansas?
Yeah.
State wins by 5?
Yeah.
No, I think they might just murk them in the second half. You know, because they battled back. They were losing most of that first half. So,
well, they're basically
and then they came back and
they're basically minus 3.5 in the second half because the live line here is 5.5.
Oh, I got a -4.
Yeah, well, I got a half point better line than you. I'm gonna take them in the second. I'm gonna basically take them about 1.5 better than what they were at the start of the game. I'm betting them.
Yeah, Illinois is at the free throw line now. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, just fucking eat a dick, guys. What about the totals? 69.5. I don't know.
But I'm going to make a half unit play on Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him -4 in the second half. Because I'll do a half unit because I think they'll murk them. Because I think West Virginia should be dispatched. You know what I mean? Yes. Come on, Wisconsin. I don't know how far behind I am, but they just tipped it in. Giggity. So I still need another point. But yeah, so I'm going to take Kansas State -4 on the second half line. I think that will be that should be a winner, theoretically speaking. Mm-hmm.
If they don't get it done, they don't get it done. But Kansas State is no data found. What the fuck does that even mean?
It means no data found, and you just cussed on your KegCast, Jason. So, nah. Jesus. What's the final score there, Sean, in this game? Apparently, I'm like 75 minutes behind you on this Wisconsin game.
They're going to the free throw line up 4.
Oh, yeah, they're going to the foul. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think Kansas State second half -4 should be, because they were losing most of the first half, and then they, when you have a worse team coming out ahead of time.
Well, I have them. Like, I have them.
West Virginia is obviously the worst team.
-3.5 yeah. Second half, because live they're -5.5. So.
Yeah, but my point is, I think it's a good bet because West Virginia came out and led most of that first half, but yet Kansas State still finishes the half up too. You know what I mean? That shows you how much better Kansas State is than this team. And then they're not going to be able to – they couldn't keep up that pace for a full half. How are they going to keep it up for a full second half too? So I think Kansas State just pulls away the second half, wins the game by like at least 10. But that's just my prediction, and I've been wrong. So I've been wrong before.
I think I'm going to stay away. I think I'm going to stay away from that late game, Boston Bruins and San Jose Sharks. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I looked at that line and immediately just decided to pass.
I would lean San Jose because they both seem like comparable teams and they're home. But.
Like, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the line looked about right.
Yeah.
I think it's juiced a little bit too much on San Jose. Probably by like 10 cents too heavy on San Jose, but that doesn't mean you're getting good enough price to take the Bruins on the road against probably the third or fourth best team in the league. So yeah, that was a pass.
So my final bet of the night is probably Kansas State -5.5 live.
Don't you just love these college kids missing free throws when you need them? What a fucking dick.
And I'm going to keep, we'll be done with the show by then, but I'm going to keep my eye on Oklahoma State TCU. If maybe I'll bet something in the second half. If I do, I'll tweet it out.
Oh, he missed. They got the offensive rebound.
Last play on the show will be that Kansas State -5.5. Oh,
they missed again. Oh, God. All right, that should do it, hopefully. Oh, boy.
Oh, you won Whiskey 6. Good. So that's 3-0.
Yes.
Cashed every.
Yes, they missed the job. They missed the jobber at the buzzer. I just saw that. Illinois missed it. I know. I got lucky. Illinois missed the shot at the buzzer that would have fucked me by the cook.
All right, I'm I'm going to tweet something out right now. Can you do me a favor and just tell me the two plays, what they were?
What I had? What
two
plays?
The two plays you had on the fucking show, you moron. Boston U, what was the line on that?
Half, Boston U, second half +5, you fucking fuck. And Wisconsin live -4.5, you fucking fuck.
All right, hang on. Boston U, second half.
You moron.
Boston U.
Oh, woo.
Second half, what was the line? Second half what?
Second half +5.
What was the juice? 110?
Yes.
And what was the second one?
Your mom.
Wisconsin was what?
-4.5.
Second half, right?
No, live. I live bet at -4.5. It wasn't the second half line.
Oh, okay. Wisconsin -4.5 live.
I've only been talking about this bet for the last hour, and you're like, "Gee, what is it, Anthony?" And then you like claim that I don't listen to you.
That's a winner. And Tampa Bay, we had money line.
That was an easy fucking winner. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I won a hockey bet. That's like the first time in a month I won a bet on the NHL. And Sean freaking killed. Hey, Sean middled it. Look at, yeah, that's right. Sean, I remember Sean mentioned he had it +11 on the Illinois pregame, and then he took Wisconsin -3.5 live. I didn't know he hit the those totals too, but I remember Sean he took Wisconsin live, and he also had Illinois. Oh man, it is good. It was a good game. Woo! I like winning. You know, it's going to feel good to walk into my bookie's office this week and just tell them to pay me, and I was like, "Where's my money, motherfucker?" I do kind of look like Joe Coy now that guy mentioned it. Yet last night, I can see myself on here when I squint my eyes a bit. I'm like, huh. I actually see it now. Huh. I'm taller than him, though. So now we got Kansas State -4 on the second half. Let's see how that one does. So they need to win this game by 6. I think we'll get that one home. Don't you?
I hope so.
How long have you been tweeting? How long does it take to write a tweet? There's only 140 characters.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, weren't you lecturing me about saying too many F-bombs?
Yeah, well, you're getting me aggravated right now. All right? I type slow. Get over it.
I will afford you the slow typing as long as we keep winning tonight. Oh. Oh, I'm looking right now at the tweet you sent out where you're sucking your own dick.
Yep. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I
never say me though. I always say us. Always.
Man, I think Pacoda is full of shit. I think Twatty will agree with me. Pacoda doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
So we started this KegCast out up 33.19 units. So we're up 36.19 units year to date.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Almost 40 units were up in less than a month. This is the start of week 4, and we're up almost 40 units. All 1 unit plays. That's amazing.
I mean, live betting's easy though.
Not for a lot of people.
Yeah, you're right. But when you pay attention to game flow in whatever, I mean, because you're it's hard to explain, but it's like you're going up against an algorithm, you know? It takes the algorithm a minute to actually go with the pace of the game versus what the pregame line was. So, or what the closing number was. And I've talked about this before, so I won't bore you with it again. So, we think Kansas State wins this?
I hope so. We bet it.
Well, I think it'll be a winner. I mean, I'm 4-0 on the day, so I wouldn't mind going 5-0. That'd be super awesome.
All right, later, Rob. We are.
Aren't you glad that you didn't start your college basketball season 0-9?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Man, that would have sucked if you started 0-9. Because then you'd have to stop giving out your real record, and you'd have to tell people that you were on a 21-13 run. Because if you told them that you're like 21-22, they'd
been killing it though.
Record.
Been killing it the last 90 days, like 45-30 over the last 90 or something. He's definitely back on track.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm not sure when the next KegCast is. We will let you know on Twitter. It depends on what Anthony's schedule is for the rest of the week. And you just let me know the next night that you think you could do it, and then that'll be the next night. So we got.
It'll probably be Wednesday.
All right, so then
we'll probably try for Wednesday.
We'll take the night off tomorrow. By Wednesday will be a special soccer KegCast. Sean said, "I don't mind. I don't mind when you guys talk soccer, but by then Wednesday we'll have the NBA back. There'll be there's usually a ton of games on Wednesday in college, so we'll have a full slate then on Wednesday."
Yeah, and for soccer-wise, I definitely, Barcelona tomorrow is -130 on the money line, so I'm taking that. And then I like the Bayern Munich Liverpool over 2.75. Obviously, I don't like some guy. I mean, it's not that I don't like some guy. It's, don't treat your followers like shit. How about that? Maybe that's my bigger point.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. All right, so what do we got? We got Kansas State on going right now in the second half, and I'll watch the second half of this TCU game, and if I decide to, or if Anthony decides to make a play on anything, we'll tweet it out on the Keg account.
Nah, yeah, it's getting late here. I got to work in the morning, so probably going to be heading to bed soon and watching the Kansas State game on my tablet. So
I'm going to do the same thing.
Let's go Kansas State second half. That'll be my last play of the night. 4-0 so far. Hopefully I go 5-0, but 4-1 would still be profitable. I'm glad Sean was able to middle the shit out of everything today.
Yeah, that's a good shit, Sean. Good shit.
And let's root on Barcelona tomorrow in Champions League, and let's just hope for some goals in Liverpool, Bayern Munich.
Go Kansas State. We're out, guys. See you on Wednesday.